Good morning, stamping friends. Welcome to my YouTube Live today. My name is Lorri Heiling, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. How are you guys all doing today? Are you freezing like I am here in Arizona? Oh my goodness, I'm so not used to this. I cannot believe the cold weather, and I'm a little bit disappointed because we have company coming in from different areas, and I fear that they are not going to warm up here in Arizona. We have not had this cold weather for a long time. I've worn my winter coat more days this year than any other year, I think. But it's all good. That just means I'm in my craft room a little bit more, so that's always a good thing. Well, I have a fun little Valentine project that I'm anxious to share with you. This project actually features the Friendly Gnome set, and this is the set that I used in our online card club for January. For those of you who missed it, I just encourage you to try it. February is going to be an awesome month for products and cards that we're going to make, and so I'm anxious to get started on those projects as well. So remember, if you sign up by February 10th, you can get in on this month's project. If it's anytime after the 10th, then it's going to roll over to March, but I think you're going to like this one. So make sure you sign up, and I always have the link on my Facebook page and my blog. And just click the button that says Online Card Club when you're on my blog. All right, so let me turn my camera around and we will start with today's Fun Fold Valentine card. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let me quick show you the stamp set that we're going to use today. Friendly Gnomes. Isn't this cute? Oh, I just love it. And what is really nice about this stamp set is the dies that we had that went with the Christmas or holiday gnomes. They actually fit these same dies. So we already have those gnome dies, and so you can double dip and use it on last year's gnome set. They also fit for this one. They made them the same shapes. And then we're going to sneak a couple products from Share a Milkshake. This is the Valentine sentiment we're going to use, and then I also am going to use those little hearts there, but this is a cute set as well. All right, and then the paper, of course, I have to use Country Floral DSP. It's 12 by 12 paper. You've probably seen this a lot lately with me, but it is kind of the season for Valentine, so that's why I keep reaching for it. All right, let's start with today's project. The paper for the card base is going to be Petal Pink, and this is an 8.5 by 5.5 inch piece of cardstock, and then I scored it at, let me turn it this way, 2 1/8 and then 4 1/4. So let's begin by just folding this in half, and then we're going to fold again another mountain fold, or valley fold. Valley fold, see how it's like a valley. Mountain fold is that way. So one more valley fold, and we'll go like this. All right, so that's the base of our card. Now, this card is going to be, it's going to be a little easel card. So when we're done, it's going to sit like this. And we'll have a little stopper down here, but just so you can kind of get a feel for how the card is going to go. The next thing I did was I took Designer Series paper, and for this one, you kind of want to use a more subtle print, not real busy, because we're going to put some letters on here. I love this Petal Pink one. It has hearts and then X's and O's, and so that's why I'm going to choose these. And we're going to use just our multi-purpose liquid glue on this, and you can use Stampin' Seal if you'd like. And let's see, we're going to put one on the front here and just center that, and then we're also going to put it on the back side. Now, if you are OCD, you know, I want it not to be upside down because the X's and O's go a certain way, so I'm actually going to flip the whole card around so that these are not upside down. And let's adhere that to the back side. All right, now we're going to work on decorating the front. So I'm going to start by taking basic white, and this is not that thick, just a regular scrap piece. And the little gnome I'm going to use is the one with the heart in the middle, because I do want this to be Valentine's theme. I got a little fuzzball in there. All right, then we want Memento Black. This is the color that will work best with blends because it won't let the markers bleed, and so it's like it's not a permanent ink, but it just, whatever it's made of, the blends will not bleed with this. All right, so just stamp that, and then let's start coloring them in. I'll show you the palette I use. Basically, I just pulled the colors that are in that Designer Series paper. So we have Mint Macaron, the dark balmy blue, light petal pink, and then light smoky slate. All right, so we're just going to start coloring, and when I color, when I use two colors, I usually make the base of it the lighter color, and then I'll go back with following the black lines in here with the darker color. So I get a little bit of shading that way. I on purpose am not coloring the bottom part of the gnome because you aren't going to see that. He's going to be covered up a little bit. And one other little finishing touch we're going to do is add our Wink of Stella. This is iridescent, so it just picks up whatever color is underneath, which is really nice because it's going to match anything. And it just gives a really nice shimmer to this heart. And I know it's hard to see this on the camera, but if you tilt it in the light, you can see there's definitely a shimmer on there. All right, the next thing we're going to do is die cut this little gnome out. So let me be right back. All right, I have him die cut. The next thing we're going to do is we're just going to trim around the gnome a little bit. You'll see in just a second why we're doing this. But what I'm going to do is start here at his elbow, and I'm just going to follow this line. Don't freak out. It's going to look fine in the end. Then we're going to go around the heart. And then we're going to stop just kind of at the 1 o'clock position on the heart, about right there. Okay, so can you see that? I just started at the elbow and then go around up until about here. All right, you can set this little guy to the side. And the next thing we're going to do is we are going to punch out a couple hearts. We have a double heart set that layers nice that's in the annual catalog. The first one we're going to punch out is the scalloped one, which will be the background one out of Sweet Sorbet cardstock. And then we're going to take the little floral print, and this is nice because it has some of that Sweet Sorbet in it as well, and just punch the kind of this straight one. All right, the next thing we're going to do is just adhere these together. Use your multi-purpose liquid glue on this. You don't have to pop this one up. Let's just glue these together. Hey, I didn't even notice this. My little gnome fingernails go with my card today. My nail lady is amazing. She can paint anything. We always joke she can paint the Last Supper on nails. All right, now we're going to set this aside. This is coming together. The next thing we're going to do is get our base out here, and we're going to put some letters on. And these alphabet a la mode letters are so awesome to work with. They are quite skinny, so you have to be patient, and you probably need your tweezers to help you because it's hard to hang on to these with my fat fingers here. So what I do is I usually just pinch it, and by the way, these tweezers are awesome. They grip so tight. You can even tie bows with it. Like, just hold that center part after you make that first tie, and then put this in the middle of it, and it will hold it tight so you can make the loops on it. Okay, I went over maybe like about 1/2 inch, and it really doesn't matter because we're gonna, well, it does matter. 1/2 inch is good because we want everything to fit on the front nicely. Then once you're done with the left one, then I sneak over to the back side and make sure that the E, we're gonna spell the word love, is the same distance as that L. The rest we can kind of line up as we go. All right, so just go about the same distance from the bottom, so that's not quite, maybe 1/4 inch, and go over about 1/2 inch like that. And then we'll do the V, same thing, grip it somewhere in the middle, and you don't have to put glue on the back solid, just a few dots here and there. If you put too much glue on, usually it tends to kind of spurt out a little bit, and then you're gonna have a sticky card. And just place it about right here. And then the O is going to go right here. And you can kind of adjust this based on how the others are spaced out from each other. All right, before we put that on, we're going to grab our gnome. And remember how we cut this gnome? We're actually going to slip him on the back of this heart. Isn't this cute? And so what we'll do is just put a little bit of glue on his legs. And that's why we didn't have to color him, because remember, he's going to be mostly covered up. And I put them a little bit around the corner like that. So it's kind of like he's hanging there. And then take a small dimensional, and I like to use my pick tool when I pick up these dimensionals because they are so small. And then we're just going to stick this on the back Can you see this? I just stuck it about where his elbow is going to go, and then take off the other end of the sticky like that. And then I'm going to use my larger dimensionals, and we will put this on our card front. And make sure you put one dimensional kind of where the legs are so they stay together, and you only need a couple of these. And he's going to go right in the middle of all these letters, about like this. All right, now, like I said, it's going to be an easel card, so we need something to keep this up. First, we are going to put a little white piece of cardstock. This is basic white, and this is going to be, let me get my ruler quick. This is 5 1/4 by 2 1/4, and we're just going to adhere this to the inside of the card. You got to have a place where you can write your little love note or your sentiment, and just place that towards the top, centering it. All right, now let's make the little stop for the easel card. So I'm going to take Petal Pink and also Sweet Sorbet ink, and I'm going to do the Be My Valentine sentiment, and then we get to use another fun punch that we have. This is the what is this called? Double oval punch. So you get 2 for 1 here. It's all in one punch. And I want to use the scallop one again, so you can just center this. Remember, it's easier to stamp first and then punch, because then you can center it better. Sometimes it's hard to get it stamped centered when you punch it out first and then stamp. All right, then we just need 2 large dimensionals on the back of this. And for the placement of this, we are going to go about 1/2 inch from the bottom of the card. I'll show you. And let's see, just center that as best as you can. And then I think it's a little bit naked inside here on that white cardstock. So I'm going to use Petal Pink ink, and I'm going to use those 2 little hearts that I talked about earlier. And we'll just add a couple more just to kind of make it a little more fancy inside, like that. All right, we are almost done. Now, to make this go like this, it will catch like that. So it's actually kind of a cute little thing just to set by your computer or in your kitchen or wherever you have some Valentine decor. Now, if this doesn't stick like this, like say it goes like that, sometimes that'll happen. What you need to do is just reinforce your folds here. So just kind of use your bone folder and go on over these again, like that. And then it will be sure and stick like this, and from the side view it looks like that. Also, nothing hangs over, so this is going to fit in one of our medium white envelopes, so that should be good. Well, I hope you enjoyed this project. Again, thank you for joining me on my YouTube Live, and also I do have a host code here. If you placed an order over $50 and use the host code, then you will receive a little gift in the mail from me along with a thank you card, and I would so appreciate that. Also, if your order is over $50, you will also qualify for a free celebration item, so those options will pop up when you put your order in, and then make sure you snag a celebration item. Well, the last thing I wanted to tell you about is Stampin' Up! Has this great deal during celebration, and if you decide to become a discount shopper, you get such a great deal. You guys, it's almost half price. There's 3 options here. The first one is for only $99. You can choose $175 worth of Stampin' Up! Product, and we're talking any product that is in a current catalog that we have, including the clearance rack, which is online, and it's only $99. So you get free shipping on that. That saves you another 11%. All they do is charge a little bit of tax on there, and you are good to go. Being a discount shopper does not mean that you have to do classes or videos. It just means kind of like Costco, you're just buying at wholesale prices. The other options are you can spend it costs $129 to get $175 worth of product, but they will also throw in our mini machine. It's a mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and you can get it in boho blue, which is a new in color that will be coming out this summer, or you can get the traditional white one, and you get all the plates and everything in there with it. So I would just so love it if you join my team. There's so many more perks than just signing up to be a discount shopper. You get access to my Facebook page, and you get to see even more ideas that's behind the scenes at Stampin' Up! And there's just so many pluses to this. I remember when I started, I had my doubts because of the minimums. I wasn't sure if I would make them. And so my husband is actually the one who talked me into signing up. And oh my gosh, I have no regrets. I love what I do. And it's just been a really fun adventure. So please let me know if you're interested. I will also put the link on my blog and my Facebook pages so you can kind of check it out and just see what's all in store when you click on the link. Well, thank you again, everyone. I hope you liked the project today, and we will see you next Tuesday morning at 9:30 a.m. Arizona time. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.